Hi everyone, Jennifer Starlight here with the channeled energy update for November 2026. My guides will be coming in to do the transmission for you. And I say at every transmission, please give Spirit permission to enter your field of energy. Give them permission to bring inspiration, transformation, information. Because we must always give Spirit permission. So my process is I will go into an altered state. My guides, probably the union of love and light, which is an ancient collective consciousness in service to humanity, will be coming through. So enjoy. Please feel this with your heart and soul, and I will see you later. Okay. Just grounding yourself down as I ground myself down. And once more, giving Spirit permission to come into your field of awareness and your energy field. Okay. Greetings, 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 precious hearts and dearest souls. It is always an honor to be with you. It is always our mission to help you discover the mystery and the magic of yourselves. We come to you today in a different capacity. And what do we mean by this? Well, consciousness, dear ones, comes in many shapes and forms. It's multidimensional, multifaceted. We are a collective that contain many masters in service to your mission to remember the truth of who or what you are. There is an energy now coming forth that has not been with Starlight for many years, so this could be not a challenge for her, but a remembrance. Greetings, brothers and sisters. I am Darian, the dark spark, the one who wishes you to move into the majesty and the mystery of yourselves. Understand your month of November has a particular energetic signature to it that many do not realize. No matter what part of the world you are in, no matter what your belief systems, the great astrological cycles that take place, often understand not known by many, bring November to a place of equality in what you would term darkness and light. but we are going to say it brings a quality of both the feminine and the masculine, an opportunity, an invitation to come into balance with these things, both on a universal level, but also with an inner capacity within yourselves. The number 11, which represents the vibration, the frequency, the energy signature of November, has always been seen amongst many of you as the master number of spirit. We wish to tell you that it's actually the master number of yourselves. This master number of 11 represents the unification of the two polarizations of yourselves. Now you have the polarization of masculine and feminine within you. You also have been taught that light and dark are polarized. You've been taught that good and bad is polarized, opposite ends of an energetic scale or measuring system. Number 11, and this is language we are using for your understanding, for I, Darian, am here to represent the darkness that has been so misunderstood by many. Your number 11 actually represents the great mother of all creation and the father that you call God of manifestation. Understand there are two parts, even at the highest frequency of consciousness. There is dark, there is light, there is masculine, there is feminine. There is completion, there is beginnings. There is silence and the unmanifest of the darkness. And there is activity and action within the light. Now, many have chased the light. Many have believed, and we understand this, dear ones. Many have chased the light for illumination, for ascension, for protection. But that is not possible unless you also embrace the darkness. And when you embrace these two, from your points of view, polarizing opposites of dark and light, of masculine and feminine, of yin and yang, of positive and negative, when they are brought into unification, you do not need illumination. You do not need protection. Because you are in balance. You are cohesive in consciousness. You are in harmony. Now, one of the things that has caused so much chaos for humans is this sense of a lack of harmony. This sense of a lack of holiness. This sense of a lack of humility. What I, Darian the Dark Spark, is asking of you is to set an intention. From the black ray of your beautiful soul and the white ray of your magnificent hearts. For understand the soul in its essence is feminine. The heart in its essence is masculine. We wish you to make a commitment during this entire month to bring equilibrium within yourself, to bring conscious awareness of where you have denied either your feminine intuition or your masculine action. Because also understand the true relationship between masculine and feminine is that the masculine serves the feminine by activating her will, her desires. Because one cannot operate without the other. And you can tend to swing and polarize yourselves lifetime after lifetime, experiencing the feminine, experiencing the masculine. But we are sure you have all noticed upon your planet that there is an integration of both, and this is playing out in a myriad of ways. It is playing out in personal same-sex relationships. It is playing out in transgender experiences. What is trying to take place here is the harmonization of the human being, bringing inner balance to both the qualities that create creation. And take a breath in and out of your hearts. So, dear ones, this month of November, where the sovereignty of the feminine one and the sacredness of the masculine one come into balance, into harmony, to create your master number of 11. Now, there is much discussion about many activities in your sky. This 3-eye atlas, which we find amusing as a name, this is consciousness. It's simply consciousness in another form that has its lower and higher aspects. Now, you will always be functioning from a lower, less fully potential aspect of yourself if you are not in harmony, if you are operating predominantly from a feminine point of view or a masculine point of view. Yes, existence does go beyond the polarization of masculine and feminine, but please understand that the two, when they come into harmony, when they coexist and co-create, they create what you call heart. Now, this apparition that has come into humanity's awareness, its higher octaves, its higher consciousness is heart itself. Its lower vibrations how do we put this in your language? Contains the consciousness of heartlessness. Now, your entire humanity has been experiencing heartlessness for a very long time. And you have been calling out to Mother, Father, asking for help. Well, it's coming in many forms, including objects in the sky that you have never perceived before. But it is going to be completely up to you if you choose to come into unification with this consciousness, Whether you come from a balanced intention or an unbalanced intention. A balanced intention will assist you to open heart. An unbalanced intention will assist you to create more heartlessness in your experience. And this is really why you call 11 the master number, because the heart is the master in service to soul, in service to human, in service to itself. This could play out with some dramatic emotional experiences for some of you in the relationship department, with the masculine or the feminine aspects outside of yourself that you have not come into alignment with. We simply ask you, though, and really beg you, not to display heartlessness towards yourself or another, because this is also, dear ones, how you come back into unification with the masculine and the feminine, is by coming from heartfulness, not heartlessness. The heart is what is going to magnify and be the bridge for the masculine and the feminine within you to come into complete reunion. Now, this has always been the case, that you are all feeling the amplification of energies around you and within you. And these amplifications of energy are all here to serve you to come back to heartfulness. I, Darian the Dark Spark, wish you to embrace the feminine, which, by the way, is bringing herself back into balance upon this planet as we speak. You have lived for thousands of years polarized to the masculine, and there has been nothing wrong with that, except you have seen the chaos and the destruction that has happened because there is no balance with the feminine. The feminine is not coming to take over the masculine. It wishes to come into harmony. And the only way it can do that, brothers and sisters, is for you to come into harmony with self. Then you become a sacred conduit for both. We also wish you to understand that the number 11 represents an order of consciousness that you have called the Elohim. Now again, depending on where you have been within your own being of balance or unbalance, you are going to perceive the Elohim and anything really outside of yourself, either from a place of heartlessness or a place of heartful wholeness. There is going to be a lot more information, a lot more cellular memory of collective consciousnesses who have been on this planet that many believe have controlled them. And yes, they have. And why is that? Because the ones they have been controlling have been heartless towards themselves. When you are in heart, when you are in love, compassion, which is the unification of masculine and feminine. You become what we call an untouchable to heartlessness. You cannot be controlled. You cannot be manipulated. Humanity has spent eons trying to work out why it is suffering so much through so many lifetimes. And it is for this very reason. Heartlessness versus heartfulness. Take a deep breath in and out of your heart, dear ones. We wish you to call upon the pure consciousness of the Elohim, the order of the angelic realm that has placed a grid of light around your planet, calling out to each of you to connect to their higher consciousness. Also understand that this fear of the dark has come from your own projection of heartlessness out into the world and also towards yourself. Because anything that is not displaying love must be in a state of heartlessness. So the energies that have overruled humanity in cruel, dominating ways, they too are filled with heartlessness. We cannot put it any simpler or in a more black and white way than this. So November, dear ones, find your hearts, because you are holy humans who have come to heal this in physicality. And when the stresses and the strains of your relationships come into your awareness, come into your emotional experience, stop. Do not go down the same road of right and wrong, black and white, negative, positive. Breathe in and out of the heart deeply, gratefully, and ask the consciousness of your heart and the holy Elohim to assist you, because you have the power to stop the suffering through your heart-filled desire to stop it. You are all on the edge and the eve of massive evolution. Out of heartlessness into wholeness, into harmony. November is going to be very intense, but if you are coming from the right intention, the intensity is going to be miraculous, surprising, beautiful, magical. We promise you that. You are love at your core, dear ones. Let that out. We love you beyond anything you have experienced in human terms. But November is the time to begin that journey. with love. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Ooh-wee. Well, that was very surprising for me. Darian is part of the Union of Love and Light, and I channeled him back in 2004 for my second book, Joy. And I've always loved Darian. He's cheeky, he's to the point. He's the first consciousness I came across that really shares about the dark, talks about the dark, and the power of the dark. Yes, that's not a transmission I was expecting. So I really feel Spirit is asking us continually to take our awareness of what's going on outside of us in the world, because that is not going to change until we change the inside. It just won't. And we all, as individuals, have a responsibility to really come back into this heartfulness, as they just said. And also, when I do go into trance, I don't remember so much what they say, but I see what they're talking about. I have visions. And this Elohim around us is just like, it looks like the aurora borealis almost, but it's like pinks and silvers and golds, and it's just glowing all around us. And it's time we start to access what people are commonly calling universal frequencies, universal light. We need to start connecting consciously to that as well. Because it's the invisible where all the power is, and the invisible also nurtures, supports, and sustains the physical. Okay, wishing you all an amazing November, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. So open the heart, allow yourselves to receive. That's probably the most important thing. Take care.